Joe Martin Field. I'm Ryan Carlson back with you. And we have the rubber match of the first series between the Bellingham Bells and the Springfield Drifters. Final matchup of the season between these two teams, and it's so early it feels weird to say that this is the final one, but these two teams won't see each other again until maybe the West Coast League playoffs. That would be the only other time that they meet up in this 2022 season. Drifters have the game tonight, then get on the bus and head all the way back to the Eugene, Oregon area where Springfield is located. So it's going to be a long bus ride, but they are excited to get back and open up their home stadium, their brand new all-turf field down in Springfield. After the game tonight, they will host the Cowlitz Black Bears for 3 games starting less than 24 hours from now. Well, in fact, about 24 hours from now they'll be down there. And that's all part of the league and its travel schedule. For the Bells, they'd like to start the season off strong with a home series win. And they have 2 more series at home before traveling up north of the border to Kamloops, Canada in British Columbia for their first away series. But that's coming up next weekend. This is Here and Now, rubber match between the Bells and the Drifters. Come back and talk with a new acquisition in the pitching staff and get Adam Gieslin's thoughts on tonight's game when we come back on the Bells Mixler channel.
Continues to be your locally owned and family-operated appliance store, committed to superior customer service and offering only the best appliances. Our customers have spoken. Come see why we've been voted #1 appliance store. Shop comfortably over the phone, in-store, or online now with live chat. Come be a part of your local Judd & Black's history, present, and future. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store, close to home. Online at juddblack.com.
Our state is a pretty amazing place to live, and the Army National Guard is one of the things making it great. Our service is part-time, so we get to enjoy everything great about working and living here. We're also the ones that get to jump in and help whenever there is an emergency in our state. Our towns and cities rely on us, and that makes serving part-time in the Army National Guard all worth it. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Back at the WeQ Diamond at Joe Martin Field, and we will get to those interviews mentioned before the last break. But first, let's get to tonight's starting 9 for both sides, plus the starting pitchers. So we'll start with the visiting Springfield Drifters, and leading off for the second, no, make that the third straight game, is Cannon Reeder for the visiting Springfield Drifters. And he will be in center field. Sheehan O'Connor is at shortstop. And O'Connor is batting second in the Drifters lineup tonight. Ben Parker is in right field and batting third. Jack Thompson's back in the starting 9. He pinch hit last night a little bit later in the ball game, but he's batting cleanup tonight, and he's at third base. Nate Stevens behind the plate. That's where he was in game number 1, and he's batting 5th. Cade Christ is at first base, and he's batting 6th. Batting 7th is Caleb Shore, a new addition to the Springfield Drifters. He's the DH and will be batting 7th. Chase Cleveringa's back in the 8th spot, and he's back at second base as well. And Nolan Sparks is in left field, and he is batting 9th for the second consecutive game. Starting pitcher for the Springfield Drifters is James Boone out of the University of Redlands, and he gets the start for the Drifters in Game 3, the rubber match of the opening series. For the home Bellingham Bells, let's get to the starting 9. And it will be Elijah Hainline leading things off for the first time. He will be at second base. Kyle Hennington will be in left field, and he is batting second. Giovanni Del Negro is in right and batting third. Jacob Schroeder is the DH, and he is batting in the cleanup spot. Jace Phelan's back at first base, and he is batting 5th. Joe Stevens is batting 6th and at third base. Will Cresswell is behind the dish tonight, where he was on opening night, and he will be batting 7th. Ty Saunders back at shortstop, and he's batting 8th, and Daniel Jernin, the same bottom two as we had on the opening night. Ty Saunders at 8 and Daniel Jernin at number 9, and Jernin is out in center field. Remember this name? Ryan Bytel is starting on the mound for the Bells, and he can pitch, he can hit. He's mostly used as a solid, stout, right-handed pitcher, but he does a lot of hitting as well, and he had a walk-off last season for the Bells against a non-league team, and we will reminisce about that a little bit later. Also get head coach Adam Gieslin's thoughts about the starter tonight, Ryan Bytel, when we come back on the Bells Mixer channel.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Why do we keep pushing ourselves? Because we know that trying something new, or different, or unexpected can be the first step in progress. It's not always easy to adapt and evolve, but it's necessary. It's who we are. Resilient. At Phillips 66, we know that now, more than ever, is the time to try.
Welcome back. More of the pregame here, and I talked about getting a pregame guest, and he is a new acquisition to the Bellingham Bells pitching rotation. Elias Farland. Guess where he played last summer? He played for the Portland Pickles, who are coming to town tomorrow through Sunday, and he made 16 appearances, only one start for the Portland Pickles last summer. 39 strikeouts and 11 walks in the Portland Pickles system, and he had a 1-1 record. This spring, under head coach Brian Green at Washington State University, Elias Farland only threw 20 pitches, 14 appearances, all out of the pen, and registered 20 strikeouts, only 6 walks, and it was fun to get to know Elias Farland a little bit better, and so let's send it down to our meeting with the Bells' new pitcher, and he will be here for the entirety of the 2022 season. At least that is the plan. Here's our chat with Elias Farland. Oops. All right, we're here pregame with the Bells' right-handed pitcher, Elias Farland from Washington State University. He was a Portland Pickle last year. We just talked about that a little bit, but tell all the Bells fans how that experience was. A little bit of a party atmosphere down there in Portland.
Yeah, for sure. The bullpen, all the guys in the bullpen, we really got after it down there, stacking the chairs, going to the Pickles chant when we score a run. The fans in the bullpen, they're really awesome. They just kind of talk to us all the time, and it was a really great environment in there.
Yeah, now how was that as a pitcher pitching in front of a crowd like that? Did it amp you up? Did it obviously keep you more energized throughout the game?
Yeah, it definitely keeps you locked in the game. I like to feed off all that energy, big even counts, full count, 2 outs, a couple runners on. It kind of gives you that extra little boost to really execute that pitch, get that last out, and get your team back at the dish.
Sure, it's fun to be a part of the home team in an environment like that. Now, you spent the spring with head coach Brian Green at Washington State University. Tell us how that season went, and you're here with some teammates as well.
Yeah, our season, we kind of got off to a slow start, but our coaches always stuck with us. Told us just to trust the process we've been working on since the fall, and that's really what got us through. We finished with the winning season, beat some real good teams, and we got a real good foot forward for next season.
And you're from the southern part of the state in Longview, Washington.
Yep.
Tell us one of your earliest memories of the sport of baseball, maybe when you started and how you got into it.
I remember my parents were always big baseball fans, and I started t-ball when I was probably 4 years old. Remember that was just my favorite sport back then, and just childhood dream, playing college ball, and here I am in Bellingham playing summer ball, keeping it going.
It's going to be a great summer. Did you have a favorite major league team, major league player that you watched growing up?
I can't really think of a player right now, but favorite team is definitely the Red Sox.
Awesome. Well, sounds good. Thanks for letting the Bells fans get to know you a little bit more, and best of luck if you get some time on the mound either tonight or later this weekend against the Pickles who come to town.
Yep. I think I'm hot tomorrow night, so for the opener against Portland.
And that was our chat with Elias Farland. We'll be back with the first pitch and Adam Giesland after this on the Bells Mixer channel.
Your life can change in an instant. Car accidents impact all aspects of your life and lead to pain and suffering, medical bills, and time missed from work. Robinson & Cole, attorneys in Bellingham, can help. They have represented thousands of clients since 1979. They also handle other types of injury claims, including workers' compensation. Consultations are always free and are available in Spanish. Robinson & Cole. When you need us, we will be here.
Welcome back. We're here pregame with the Bells head coach, Adam Giesland. Coach, the first 2 games of the season already in the rearview mirror. First night, beautiful night, full crowd. Last night, a little bit of rain during the game, but split the series so far with the rubber match tonight. What have you liked so far?
Cold and wet the last night for sure. Nice to get that win. Offense has been tough to come by these first 2 nights. The ballpark always plays big, but it played exceptionally big these last 2 nights. Wind blowing in, heavy air, rain last night. Pitching's been good on both sides, so I like what I see. Guys are coming together, starting to create a little chemistry with each other, that sort of stuff. So I'm looking for big things tonight.
Wanted to talk about some key moments. Don't want to throw everything that's happened at you so far, but let's go game by game, the first 2 games. First one, Austin Coleman gets the start. Then Noah Meffert comes in and has a little talk with Carlos Arroyo, then goes 6 strikeouts. So fun night the first night. What'd you think about the opener?
Yeah, first of all, Austin Coleman was outstanding, that he's as advertised, very athletic on the mound, fills up the strike zone, loved his energy. That's why we gave him the ball opening night. So he lived up to the billing for sure. And then Noah was interesting. He got out there and I think the big crowd, the moment was maybe a little big for him right at the start. Wasn't breathing as well as he should be. Carlos went out there, calmed him down a little bit, and then, as you said, 6 straight strikeouts. So that definitely worked out in our favor for Carlos to make that mound visit, and that's why we do those things, And Noah's a very talented pitcher, and he got back to who he was and comfortable in the environment, and it was excellent.
Wanted to talk about Austin Coleman, too, a little bit more. Whenever I look down at the dugout, he is the first one, top of the stairs, right at the fence. And whenever the closers come off after a big inning or somebody does something big, when he's in a hoodie, he's the first one there to greet him and welcome him. What a great personality to have.
Yeah, like I said, Austin is fantastic. And one of the things that I'm big on in cultures of the teams that I coach and here in Bellingham is positive, contagious energy is what we're all about. And Austin is exactly that. He's exactly that positive guy, like you said. Somebody comes off the mound, he's the first one to greet him. After an at bat, first one to greet him. He is a team guy through and through, not just when he's on the mound, but when it's not his day to pitch either. And you can't ask anything more from a teammate than that. Austin's great.
Let's talk about the starter last night also. Trevin Hope, we got to have him all last year with the Bells, and comes out of the gate, goes 5 2/3, pitched really well to start last night. How is it having him back?
It's great having Trevin back, and I was really happy for him because it's been a little bit since he's been on the mound. He's been working his tail off. He was good, and the thing about Trevin, he probably only had, I would say, maybe about B plus stuff, but that's all you need when it's Trevin Hope because he's that good. And he obviously was a little rusty on command in some instances, but for the most part, got ahead of hitters. Stuff was good. Gave us a quality start, put us in a great position to win a ball game, and I was really happy to see Trevin out there again. Happy for him with all the hard work he's put in, and honestly, the sky's the limit. I think he's going to have a great summer.
All right, Bells fans, we are back and ready to go here for the first pitch of the ball game, and we were able to hear from head coach Adam Giesland about his thoughts on tonight's game and recapping the past 2 nights also. A couple exciting ones. Bells lost 4-2 opening night. And here's the very first pitch of the ball game. It's fouled up and away over the fans sitting on the first base side for strike 1. 6:34 is first pitch. Starting a little bit earlier tonight than the scheduled first pitch. Just by 1 minute. Not even. 6:35 now, and the 0-1 just misses outside from Ryan Bytel, tonight's starter for the Bells. 6 foot 395 pounds. Going into his junior year at the University of British Columbia for the Thunderbirds, and now misses on the strike zone up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talked about his pitching and hitting ability in the pregame show. That this spring he pitched 79 innings. And now a little bit of a reluctant bunt. He tried to lay it down and frame it up, but didn't really mean to get a piece of it. It dropped for Bytel, and he ran it to the first bag for out number 1. Down goes Cannon Reeder of the Springfield Drifters. That was actually first baseman Jace Phelan who picked it up and ran it back to the bag. 1 away. And now Sheehan O'Connor, he's been in the second batting spot for the past 2 games, so this is second one. And the first pitch, and Bytel spots it on the outside edge, 0-1. Had a 5.01 ERA this spring. 15 starts, only 1 appearance out of the pen in addition to those starts, and gets O'Connor to swing and miss at the 0-1. 2 strikes, 1 gone, top of the first inning. Final meeting of the season between these 2 teams. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes O'Connor, 2 gone, top of the inning. Bytel gets his first K of the season. Walks over to Joe Stevens at third. They tap baseball gloves, and now the third batter of the inning, Ben Parker, right fielder for the Drifters. Bats right-handed, stands at 5'10", 195 pounds. Ben Parker, a senior at Whitman College. He'll be going into his senior year this fall. Was 1 for 4 last night with a base hit. Now fouls off the first offering. Parker and Reeder have been in the top 3 batting slots the first 3 games. Parker last night also in the 3rd spot. No Ryan Hayes in the starting 9 tonight for the Drifters. On the 0-1, Ryan Bytel able to find the outside edge again for strike 2. Really effective first inning. And now he's ahead with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch, grounded towards the shortstop, Ty Saunders. Plays it off the 3-hop. Across to first in time to Jace Phelan. A 1-2-3 first inning. Down go the Drifters. We come back with the leadoff man for the Bells, Elijah Hainline, after this on the Bells Mixer channel.
We have luxury hotel rooms, elegant suites, and relaxing spa. We've got that. World-class Wine Spectator award-winning steakhouse. We've got that. Washington's premier golf destination. We've got that. How about the newest slots, table games, and exciting promotions? Oh yeah, we've got those too. Visit Silver Reef Casino Resort and hit the getaway jackpot. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260. We've got that.
So, you work with a lender to get a mortgage. You get into your new home and you receive notice that your mortgage company has broken up with you and you'll be sending your payments somewhere else. You deserve a partner who will be there with you every step of the way. At WeQ, we service 100% of our loans. Plus, we're not for profit, so you can rest assured knowing that we'll always have your best interest at heart. For a limited time, get your mortgage through WeQ and receive $500 off closing costs. WeQ is an equal opportunity lender.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. Since 1968, Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons has provided compassionate and exceptional care in our community. Our team is here for you when you need us most. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
Bottom of the first coming up, leading off for the Bells is Elijah Hainline. First time leading off. By the way, the Bells in their powder blue tops and white bottoms tonight. Really cool. They didn't have that last year, those powder blue tops and white pants. Also have the powder blue baseball caps rocking tonight also. First pitch is a bunt laid down, rolling foul. Eventually down the first base side before it gets to the bag. So Hainline will come back and do it again. Somebody said that the Bells have powdered blue pants as well, so we'll probably see those a little bit later in the year. 0-1 count to Hainline. And there's a really cool picture. I think it's a picture. On the 0-1, it's ripped into center field. Drops quickly for a base hit. Hainline now hits in 3 consecutive games. Gets to first with a leadoff base hit on James Boone, the starter for the Drifters. And that's a great start. Now Kyle Hennington making his way to the plate. He was the leadoff man last night. Drew a couple of walks and also got a base hit. He bats left. Out of Skagit Valley College. Hennington was caught stealing a couple times last night also, because it was raining all night long, it felt like, and at the second bag got a little slippery, turned into a slip and slide for the Bells. Tag was applied by Chase Cleveringa, who's back there tonight. Hennington fouls off the first pitch, and now the 0-1 is high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Didn't catch his name, but I talked to one of the Drifters out in the concourse area, and he said they're super excited to get back. Have opening night in Springfield tomorrow night. But it's not going to be a fun bus ride back, he said. 1-1 is also pumped into center field. Charging over is Cannon Reeder, and he's there for the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the inning. And I told him that's like when the Bells go to Bend or anywhere in Oregon, really. This year the Bells go down to Corvallis and then over to Bend from there. And then leave after the third game in Bend against the Elks. So be rolling on the bus on the way back and getting back to Bellingham with the sun coming up to the east. It's all part of the summer schedule. Runner goes from first. The throw from Nate Stevens to try to throw out his teammate from Washington State, Elijah Hainline. But he can't, so Hainline's there with a stolen bag.
Fans at stolen base just got Section J, row 5, seat number 3. A $10 gift card to Jimmy John. Thank you, Bartley Village Jimmy John, for your support.
Gio Del Negro's at the plate, by the way, working an 0-1 count. Del Negro out of Cal State University San Bernardino. He's here with a couple of teammates, including Austin Coleman and Nate Mendoza. Nate Mendoza on the mound last night to close things out. Got the save for the Bells. Pitched the last couple of innings, got 4 strikeouts, and looked pretty good. A little bit of a scary moment as Ryan Beitel and the Bells defensive infield and outfield were warming up as the 1-0 is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nate Mendoza was walking down the right field first baseline fence. And as the infield was tossing the ball around, it got away from Jace Phelan and almost cracked Mendoza, who ducked just in the nick of time. So staying alert even when he's in a hoodie and not prepping to go in for the game that night. So a little bit of a scary incident. The 1-1 is fouled into himself off Gio Del Negro. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Although the big scoreboard says 1-1. There's 1 gone by in the bottom of the first, no score. Gio Del Negro at the dish. And on the mound, Drifters starting pitcher James Boone rocks and fires. Now this one fouled down the third base line and foul. A little bit more about James Boone. He's a left-handed pitcher, 6'3", just like Ryan Vitale, but a little lighter, 170 pounds. He's going to be a sophomore at the University of Redlands this fall, the Bulldogs, but he's originally from Sammamish, Washington. Up here closer to Bellingham, went to Eastside Catholic High School. 1-2 pitch is a hanging curveball that falls and gets fouled back. Count stays at 1-2. Same high school where the Armbruster brothers graduated from, Will and Justin. And this spring at the University of Redlands, James Boone made 9 appearances, 8 starts. Had a 3-0 win-loss record, 39 2/3 innings pitched, 42 Ks. Taking his time here early in this game, bottom of the first, Boone sets on the mound, facing first base, left foot planted in the middle of the rubber. Looks back, fires, misses down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the Bells, Gio Del Negro. By the way, I was talking about the Powder Blues earlier. And there's a really cool, I think it's a drawing or a painting, something of Ken Griffey Jr., the kid, hanging in the Bells' brand new office over in the Barclay area, also team store. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. And now the 2-2 ripped up towards the shortstop. O'Connor there, and he's kind of spinning around, doesn't know where to go. As he twirled behind second, he thought about first and turned around to look at third. Elijah Hainline gets to third safely, and so does Del Negro. Over to first in time. So with only 1 out, Bells have runners on the corners with Jacob Schroeder, the next man due up. And Elijah Hainline 90 feet away from his collegiate teammate Nate Stevens, who's catching for the Drifters here in the bottom of the inning. And when Hainline approached the plate to lead things off for the Bells, he tapped the cleats of Nate Stevens. Those guys, good friends, obviously. So the first pitch to Schroeder. Misses down and away, and Schroeder's got that walk out in front of home plate after every pitch. Saw that last night as Schroeder was in the starting 9. Was hit by the very first pitch he was offered in the first inning. As Jacob Schroeder was batting third last night, he's batting cleanup tonight. 1 ball, no strikes to Jacob Schroeder. Check over to first, though, keeping Del Negro there. And Schroeder's going to be a junior at the University of South Carolina upstate this fall, originally from Chicago, Illinois, though. Right-handed batter, 6'3", 210 pounds. And he's tonight's DH for the Bells. 1 ball, no strike. To Schroeder. Swings and fouls it back. As Del Negro went from first, 1 ball, 1 strike, and he'll have to go back to first. As previously mentioned, the Bells host the Portland Pickles this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 6:35 starts on Friday and Saturday. And on Sunday, 1:05 first pitch. We'll be on a different streaming service for both audio and visual. I'll tell you all about that later on. 1-1. Down in the turf. Gets away from the catcher, Nate Stevens, who rushes over to get it. Was talking to Nate Stevens earlier before the game, and he says he loves playing on turf fields, and that's what the Springfield Drifters have also back home. But they haven't played on yet. They will tomorrow night against the Cowlitz Black Bears. And he was kind of mentioning the rain last night as we were talking about that. With the all-turf fields, you could play in rain that is consistently falling, as it did last night throughout the game. I checked the weather this morning, too. And, oh, you know what? As I say that, rain starts to fall pretty hard right now. So rain coming down. You can see fans kind of vacating the bleachers on the first and third base sides, headed for the grandstands. The hoodies coming on. And talk about a broadcaster's curse, my goodness. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jacob Schroeder. Here's the pitch. Runner goes from first, and strike three. Down he goes. A little bit of a delayed call from behind the plate, but Schroeder goes down looking. And James Boone finds his first strikeout of the night. Still 2 runners on. Oh, and by the way, Gio Del Negro stole second. And with ease, as Nate Stevens didn't even try for it from behind the plate. A little bit distracted with this rain falling all of a sudden. And I was talking about before, checking the weather at 10 a.m. Said thunderstorms and showers around 6, and they pushed it back gradually throughout the day. To 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Before game time, it was scheduled for 12 a.m. But the rain obviously falling here. Clouds broken up, though. It's not going to last too long, and should be able to get through this game no problem. Jace Phelan is at the plate. Left-handed batter fouled off the first pitch. Bells have runners at second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the first. And the 0-1 is a good-looking slider curve that falls on the outside edge. 0-2. Rain really coming down here in Bellingham. But the sun's out. Off to our right, above downtown, over Bellingham Bay. Bit of a unique afternoon here for the rubber match. 0-2. Swung on and fouled off the turf, then off Nate Stevens and back. Count will remain. And Jace Phelan, left-handed batter out of Spokane Falls Community College. Powder blue jerseys getting a little bit darker for the Bells, and so are the royal blue of the Springfield Drifters because of the rain. The 0-2 popped skyward towards shortstop Sheehan O'Connor. It's only fighting the rain and some gray clouds mixed in with some blue skies, but makes the grab for out number 3, bottom of the first. Well, we're through 1 and no score. And the Bells strand a couple at second and third in the bottom of the first. But we'll come back with the top of the second. Jack Thompson leads off for the Drifters after this on the Bells Mixer channel.
People come before profit. Convenience comes without compromise.
That's why BECU has built a top-rated app.
So we can track our spending.
Deposit checks.
Manage debit and credit cards.
And send money, just like that.
Credit unions are powered by members and the values we share.
And BECU puts that power right in our hands.
So join us.
BECU, more than just money.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
Judd & Black Appliance. For over 80 years, Judd & Black continues to be your locally owned and family-operated appliance store, committed to superior customer service and offering only the best appliances. Our customers have spoken. Come see why we've been voted #1 appliance store. Shop comfortably over the phone, in-store, or online now with live chat. Come be a part of your local Judd & Black's history, present, and future. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store, close to home. Online at juddblack.com.
Top of the second inning, Jack Thompson leads off for Springfield, and the rain has slowed down quite a bit. Turned on and then turned off pretty quickly. Really, the duration of a half inning is all that it lasted. So we're here in the top of the second, no score, and Jack Thompson elevates one into deep center field. Jernan going back, he's in front of the track, makes the grab while backpedaling slightly for out number 1. It's been an effective 4 first batters for Ryan Beitel. Got a strikeout. His infield's helped him out on a couple and got that fly out. Now Nate Stevens is the catcher tonight for the Drifters. He's up to bat now. Bats left, throws right. Going to be a junior at Washington State this fall. 5'11", 190 pounds. And originally, Nate Stevens from the Waunakee, Wisconsin area. Ryan Bytel fires a strike in on Stevens to start out his at-bat. Stevens caught the game on Tuesday night, the home opener, the season opener for the Bells and Drifters, and went 2 for 4. Now he pops one straight up, might be playable down the third base sign, foul. And in comes left fielder Kyle Hennington, who makes the grab. Now he's got to go look for his ball cap that's sitting in left center right now. But he made the play in foul territory for out number 2 here in the bottom, or rather top of the second. And with 2 up, 2 down, Cade Christ now coming up. First baseman for Springfield, bats right-handed, the sophomore out of Tacoma Community College. Cade Christ was at first base last night as well and also batted 6th. And Ryan Bytel fires strike number 1 in against Cade Christ. Back to the plate, twirls his bat backward and now readies in the right-handed box. The 0-1, and he thought about it. Did he go? No. Checked over to the first base umpire, who called him safe. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the second. No more rain. Same looking sky, though. Sun high in the sky to right. 1-1 and a called strike as Christ held up, but Bytel located the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bytel ready and working quickly. Kicks, fires from the first base side of the rubber and misses downstairs. 2-2. Cade Christ also went 2 for 4 last night. And Bytel misses on the 2-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming up for Bytel to get out of this top half of the second. And misses down and away. Ball 4. So the first free pass given up, and the first base runner for the Drifters of the evening, Cade Christ, falls behind in the count, 0-2. Then 4 balls from Ryan Bytel. Well, the count was 1-1 actually then. Cade Christ walked on a full count. So Caleb Shore, the DH tonight. First time he's playing in a Springfield uniform. And the first pitch finds the lower corner for strike 1. Caleb Shore, 6'4", 220 pounds. He's the DH, and he attends East Central University in Ada, Oklahoma. 0-1 is fouled down the right field side. 0-2. But he's originally from Utah. He'll be a junior at East Central this fall. And he previously played at Eastern Arizona Community College before going to East Central. Now the 0-2 just misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Bytel taking a little bit more time here. Now the 1-2 fouled the opposite way. Down the third base side, count remains 1-2. Other games going across the West Coast League tonight. The Victoria Harbor Cats fall to the Port Angeles Lefties 4-1 out on Vancouver Island in Victoria. Edmonton Riverhawks and Kamloops Northpaws are battling up at Norbrock Stadium in Kamloops. 1-1 game right now in the 8th. The 1-2 misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And they're set to go again at 7:15 p.m. The Riverhawks and Northpaws. We'll see if that happens. Final game going on also starting in just a little bit. Portland Pickles and the Nanaimo Night Owls down at Walker Stadium. 2-2 ripped into left. It's going to fall for a base hit. So a walk and then a hit from Caleb Shore puts 2 on the bags for the Drifters. With Chase Cleveringa due up next, the 8th batter in the Springfield lineup. Nolan Sparks goes to the on-deck circle, and Chase Cleveringa, the sophomore out of Grays Harbor College, whose mascot we talked about last night, the Grays Harbor College Chokers. First pitch to Cleveringa, and it misses outside on the lefty 1-0. Ryan Bytel pitched one complete game this spring at the University of British Columbia and misses on the 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. That was on April 23rd of this spring at Corbin University in Oregon, and he was tagged with the loss. Pitched 8 innings, got 8 strikeouts, and only allowed 1 walk in a 1-0 defeat to Corbin University. 2-0 pitch is way inside, in close on Cleveringa. 3-0. Gets away from the catcher, and both runners advance, actually. So Cade Chris to third and Caleb Shore to second on the pass ball. So an inning that started with 2 outs, a fly out, a couple of flyouts. All of a sudden, 2 runners in scoring position for the Drifters in a scoreless ball game, top of the second inning. 3-0. It's right down the middle. Bytel goes fastball and gets strike 1 on Cleveringa. Two outs. All Bytel needs is 1 more to get out of the inning. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Bytel will take it. Payoff pitch coming up now to Chase Cleveringa. With 2 gone by, top of the inning. Bytel ready. His right foot's on the first base side of the rubber. Facing third. Now he looks over there. Looking down, home plate. Fires and swing and a miss. Oh boy, that was way upstairs, and Cleveringa chased it. You could tell he had a bit of a begrudging feeling towards that one. And Chase Cleveringa goes down swinging. Bytel gets out of the inning. Springfield strands a couple at second and third on a walk and a hit. No score. We go to the bottom of the second after this on the Bells Mixer Channel.
Our state is a pretty amazing place to live, and the Army National Guard is one of the things making it great. Our service is part-time, so we get to enjoy everything great about working and living here. We're also the ones that get to jump in and help whenever there is an emergency in our state. Our towns and cities rely on us, and that makes serving part-time in the Army National Guard all worth it. Visit NationalGuard.com.
First pitch to Joe Stevens, bottom of the second inning, is ripped foul down the third base side. 0-1. Joe Stevens transferring from Yavapai Community College down in Arizona to Purdue University this fall. And he's a starting third baseman tonight for the Bells in the powdered blue. That's where he started on opening night, Tuesday night. And Joe Stevens batted 6th that night and now takes strike 2. He watched it catch the inside corner on the right-handed batter. Got a base hit on opening night, was also walked. And that loaded the bases once Joe Stevens was walked. The 0-2 misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back on the mound, James Boone here for the second. Kicks and fires. The 1-2 is grounded to short, or rather, Sheehan O'Connor plays to first, and it's way high, makes the first baseman, Cade Chris, jump up in the air, and he was pulled way off the bag. So Joe Stevens in there safely on the base hit. It's a leadoff base hit, bottom of the second. But the 7th batter in the lineup, Will Cresswell, making his way up to the plate. The Bells catcher tonight. Wears 14 in the Bells powder blue. He's looking over to head coach Adam Gieslin at third base, putting on a sign, and a throwing error charged now to the shortstop Sheehan O'Connor. So no hit awarded to Stevens. He's at first, is where James Boone is staring down now. He'll fire towards home plate, and Cresswell fires one down the first base side, and it skips the fence. It's foul. Cresswell at Washington State University. Bells have quite a few from WSU. Will Cresswell, Elias Farland, who we talked to in the pregame show, Cooper Barnum. I know there's another. Just can't think of him right now. Check over to first. And Joe Stevens saunters back. Cresswell was the opening night starter for the Bells in the 4-2 loss to the Drifters. And now he pops one into right again. Drifting into foul territory is the right fielder who makes the grab. That's Ben Parker for out number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. So here comes Ty Saunders, 8th batter in the lineup. He's been at that spot for the first 3 games now. And the Bells community knows him well. Spent all last season with the Bells. From Anacortes, just down the 5 freeway. Not too far. His family comes out to most, if not all, games up here at the WeQ Diamond at Joe Barton Field. And he swings and misses, falls forward a little bit at the first pitch. 0-1. James Boone really taking his time. That's kind of a 3-pitch mix: fastball, slider, curve, and change. Said the slider curve together. Some people call it the slurve. 0-1 fouled back. 2 strikes now. James Boone jumps ahead. Staring down Ty Saunders at the plate. He's wearing his University of Portland purple batting gloves. The Nike swoosh on him. And now he watches the 0-2 miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Ty is going to be a junior there at the University of Portland this fall for the Portland Pilots. Taps home plate, settles into the right-handed box. James Boone eyeing him down, takes a look over at first where Joe Stevens is. He'll go over there and keep Stevens at bay. And the 1-2 misses wide and outside. Ty, the only switch hitter in the Bells lineup and on the roster, at least to start the year. Played 55 games with the Bells last year. 207 average. Graduated from Anacortes High School. Now cracks one fair down the third base line on the 2-2 pitch. And rounding second is Joe Stevens. He's getting the call from Gieslin. No, Gieslin tells him to put on the brakes. He's caught off the bag, and the tag applied in time. So the double by Ty Saunders He's standing out at second safely. But Joe Stevens was given the call by head coach Adam Giesland to come home. And Stevens was way past third when the throw got to the third baseman, Nolan Sparks, who made a good play to jump up and get it, then tag Joe Stevens, who was off the bag. Tried to retreat back to third, stay there, but he couldn't. So 2 gone, bottom of the second now. No score, Ty Saunders out at second. And bottom of the lineup, Daniel Jernan at the plate. First pitch is swung on, grounded towards the third baseman, Sparks. Middle of second and third. Over to first in time. Falling forward was Cade Christ. Kind of fell off the back, but he made the play to end the inning. So 1 left on the bags, and 1 almost came in the score in Joe Stevens, but tagged out at third. That's how we end the inning. Come back, top of the third. No score from Bellingham after this on the Bells Mixler channel.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Why do we keep pushing ourselves? Because we know that trying something new, or different, or unexpected can be the first step in progress. It's not always easy to adapt and evolve, but it's necessary. It's who we are. Resilient. At Phillips 66,
Bells fans, Camway Transportation is a full-service logistics company with corporate headquarters located in the corner of the Northwest, Blaine, Washington. Camway needs you to keep its wheels rolling. And looking for team members to fill positions in dispatch and accounting, visit Camway's career page at camwaytransportation.com. Leading off the top of the third inning, Nolan Sparks out of Everett Community College. Ryan Bytel back on the mound in number 34 in the powdered blue. First pitch, a bunt shows and tipped foul off the bat. 0-1. Talked about Bytel earlier. Never mentioned his batting stats from the spring with the University of British Columbia, a .353 average at the plate, 22 games played, and 19 starts in the starting 9, actually. Total 17 at-bats, though, 2 runs, 6 hits. Fires a strike on the 0-1. Now the 0-2. That's a good-looking slider curve that falls right in the heart of the plate. Down goes Sparks. And Ryan Bytel gets his first strikeout of the inning, third of the game so far. And we're in the top of the third. Cannon Reeder, as the lineup flips over for the Drifters, he's 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman. Jace Phelan to lead off the ball game is now back at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And Bytel goes to that same pitch he used to drop Nolan Sparks, but it misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, he tries it again. This time finds the strike zone. A couple of these slider curve pitches that are starting inside on right-handed batters and falling into the strike zone. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Bytel tried it again. 1-2 to Cannon Reeder. The Drifters' right-handed batter, leadoff man, and center fielder. Bytel waiting. Ready to attack. Nods. Now fires and grounded towards third baseman Joe Stevens. It goes off his glove, and so Ty Saunders behind him to support. Picks it up, but no throw to first. So a sharp grounder gets off of Joe Stevens' glove. He had to slide towards the third baseline, and he couldn't make the play. So aboard safely is Cannon Reeder with 1 gone, top of the third. And so Sheehan O'Connor coming up next. Bytel looks over to first, where Reeder gets a leadoff, and Bytel fires strike one in on Sheehan O'Connor, who was the victim of Bytel's first strikeout of the night. Ryan Bytel, also a returning Bell from last year, started on the 10-day list, stuck around all year. And the 0-1 is down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Used solely out of the pen for Jim Clem and the Bells last year. 34 appearances, no starts, 34 1/3 pitched. Now a grounder gets through the right field gap and to the right fielder, Gio Del Negro, for a base hit. So back-to-back base hits now. For the Drifters, put runners on first and second. Cannon Reeder at second. Sheehan O'Connor at first. Now Ben Parker coming up to the plate. 0 for 1, grounded out 6-3 in that first inning. 1 out, top of the third. Bytel got it started with a strikeout against Nolan Sparks. Then back-to-back base hits. First pitch to Ben Parker falls on home plate before it gets to Will Cresswell behind the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. And a 1.13 ERA in total for Bytel once last summer was all said and done. Bytel looks back at second, now fires towards the plate, misses again, 2-0. And we talked about that walk-off win, walk-off RBI single that he had last year against the Cascade Collegiate Showcase team on July 27th. Last summer in a 4-3 Bells win. His teammates spilled out of the dugout and mobbed him right at the top of the right infield. And this pitch has popped up to shallow right along the foul line where Jace Phelan is backing up, and running into him almost was Elijah Hainline, but watches his first baseman make the catch for out number 2. I couldn't really tell. It was right along the line, might have been in foul territory. 2 down, 2 on for the Drifters here, top of the third. With Jack Thompson coming up to the plate. Left-handed batter, bats left, throws right. The senior at Lewis and Clark College down in Portland, Oregon. Flew out to center field last inning. First pitch to Thompson is fouled straight back, 0-1. Bytel grew up in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, just up the freeway, where Daniel Jernan is commuting from this year. And the two grew up together. Played baseball together for the Langley Blaze. Known each other for a long time. The 0-1 misses high and away from the lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Talking to Jernan last year, he said that the two used to play street hockey together up in Canada, of course. And both 10-day guys last year to start the summer. Stuck around all year and are back this time starting on the full roster. The 1-1 lifted straight up in the air to center. Jernan's there, fighting the sun to his left, makes the grab for out number 3 in the third. So Bytel starts it off strong with a strikeout, couple of base hits, but the Drifters strand a pair at first and second off a couple of hits. No errors, no runs still in this ball game. 0-0. We go to the bottom of the third after this on the Bells Mixer channel.
Ever is the time to try new things.
Your life can change in an instant. Car accidents impact all aspects of your life and lead to pain and suffering, medical bills, and time missed from work. Robinson & Cole, attorneys in Bellingham, can help. They have represented thousands of clients since 1979. They also handle other types of injury claims, including workers' compensation. Consultations are always free and are available in Spanish. Robinson & Cole. When you need us, we will be here.
What does your dream getaway have? Luxury hotel rooms, elegant suites, and relaxing spa? We've got that. World-class wine spectator award-winning steakhouse? We've got that. Washington's premier golf destination. We've got that. How about the newest slots, table games, and exciting promotions? Oh yeah, we've got those too. Visit Silver Reef Casino Resort and hit the getaway jackpot. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260. We've got
While the lineup flips over, we're at the number 1 batter for the Bells. It's Elijah Hainline, and he watches the first pitch come in from James Boone, and misses for ball 1. Hainline tonight led off the game with a base hit for the Bells, starting his streak with 3 hits in 3 games. Now a grounder, 1 hopper to the third baseman Nolan Sparks, and he plays it off the turf with ease and over to first for out number 1. Quick 5-3 ground out. Good way for James Boone and the Drifters to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kyle Hennington now flew out to center in his first at bat. Left-handed batter ready for the first pitch. Here comes. Misses high and away from Kyle Hennington. Stands at 6'1", 180 pounds. And the 1-0 misses outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. Hennington, another one of those guys who is going to transfer to the University of South Carolina upstate. Going to be a sophomore there this fall. And now he pops one straight up in the air to center field. And plenty of time for Cannon Reeder to camp out and make the grab for out number 2, the bottom of the 3rd. Well, 2 flyouts to center for Kyle Hennington tonight. And now Gio Del Negro coming up. Nice off-speed pitch to start Gio off with. Lands for a strike from James Boone. Del Negro, 6'0", 205 pounds. Right-handed batter. He's also from that Inland Empire where San Bernardino is. Rips the 0-1 to the shortstop, Sheehan O'Connor. This time his throw is high again. And safe at first is Del Negro. Has the throw pulled off Cade Christ. And that is another error charged to the Drifters shortstop, Sheehan O'Connor, who has had trouble finding Cade Christ over at first base tonight. His 2nd time doing that. Joe Stevens grounded one to O'Connor in the 2nd, and he overthrew Cade Christ, allowing Stevens to get on base. He'd eventually be tagged out at 3rd. Now Jacob Schroeder with 2 gone. First pitch. Grounded over the pitcher, 2 hopper to O'Connor. This time he's going to charge towards first. Make it an easier throw. Get that field back. Make the play for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd. So O'Connor rights the ship a little bit. Gets the final out. We go to the top of the 4th. No score. A 1/3 of the ball game is behind us. Long way to go. Leading off for the Drifters after this, Nate Stevens on the Bells Mixer Channel.
So, you work with a lender to get a mortgage. You get into your new home and you receive notice that your mortgage company has broken up with you and you'll be sending your payments somewhere else. You deserve a partner who will be there with you every step of the way. At WeQ, we service 100% of our loans. Plus, we're not for profit, so you can rest assured knowing that we'll always have your best interest at heart. For a limited time, get your mortgage through WeQ and receive $500 off closing costs. WeQ is an equal opportunity lender.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. Since 1968, Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons has provided compassionate and exceptional care in our community. Our team is here for you when you need us most. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
Bells fans, don't miss out on this season's Coaches Camp. First, it's the Learn to Play Camp from June 21st through the 23rd. And the Pitching, Catching, and Offensive Hitting Clinic, July 15th and 16th. Advanced Hitting Series and Position Specific on July 11th, 18th, and 25th, and August 1st. Also, don't miss out. Bells are hosting their first ever softball camp. Join the Bells July 22nd and 23rd. For their inaugural softball camp. Register at bellsgear.com. First pitch, top of the fourth, is a sharp, fast two-hop grounder to Ty Saunders, who goes to the first baseman, Jace Phelan, on the money as always from short for out number one, top of the fourth inning. Ty Saunders just lights out from that shortstop position. Had that one error in this first series. That's that one rare error that you see from Ty Saunders out in the field defensively. Time called at the plate where Cade Christ is standing. Vitale ready on the mound. Back out there for the fourth inning. He's been effective. Fires and Christ fouls one off of his shin, his foot, something. He's looking at his left foot, the inside, shaking it off. Talking with head pitching coach Carlos Arroyo before the game. And he has been really impressed with how effective his first three starting pitchers have been, and you can add Ryan Vitale to that list, no doubt. Swing and a miss at the 0-1. Cade Christ falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes. One gone by here in the top of the fourth inning. And Vitale working effectively and quickly. Fires this fastball downstairs. No, it was a changeup at 80 miles an hour. Misses in the turf. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cade Christ ready, the right-handed batter. Pumps one into center, dropping quickly. Jernan won't get there. Neither will second baseman Elijah Hainline. So a nice piece of hitting there by Cade Christ. Gets one down for a base hit. With one gone, top of the fourth. No score in this game yet. And they've been low-scoring affairs so far. This ballpark plays big up here in Bellingham. Wind coming in towards home plate. And not a lot of distance. Rain has completely subsided since that bottom half of the first inning. And now check down to first quickly from Will Cresswell. Revealing his cannon from behind home plate. Trying to catch Cade Christ lazing off of first. He wasn't. Gets back in time. 1 ball, no strikes. Sun still out to our right, lighting up the field almost completely. And Vitale misses down and inside. No, strike 1 called. Gets the bottom of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a sharp glare of the sun reflecting off the bleachers that have been freshly cleaned by the rain. The 1-0 tipped into the catcher's mitt. No, big scoreboard just adjusted. It was 2-0. And so now on the foul tip into the catcher's mitt. 2-1 is the count. Gotta trust my own intuition there sometimes. Check over to first again. Sliding back is Cade Christ. Being pressured over there at first this inning. 2 balls, 1 strike to Caleb Shore. Got a base hit in his first at bat 2 innings ago. Now 3-1 as Vitale misses the last pitch. And he flails both arms out with the bat in hand, steps into the right-handed box, and readies for the 3-1. Vitale just misses. Not thrilled with the call, but goes fastball and walks Caleb Shore. So Shore's been on twice, a base hit and a walk. Now Chase Cleveringa to follow. Ryan Vitale's been able to start every inning this game with an out. And the past 3 innings, he's run into some trouble midway through. as the Drifters have stranded a couple in the second and third innings. First pitch to Cleveringa's fouled off down the third base side. 0-1. Cleveringa struck out a couple times last night, but made it to first base in the ninth off a dropped strike 3 from the Bells catcher Jacob Schroeder. Fouled off the first pitch, so here's the 0-1, and it's a little too inside against the lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drifters with a couple runners on the bags at first and second. It's Cade Christ at second. Another foul ball at the plate, 1-2. And Caleb Shore over at first. Not much wind to speak of, and thankfully the rain in the forecast has been pushed back all the way to the morning, so the Bells can sneak this game in and get ready for the second series of the season tomorrow night, starting against the Portland Pickles. 1-2 is flared foul behind the away dugout on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vitale waiting, looking back at second. Now he's ready to go. And the 1-2 popped straight in the air. It's going to be foul and out of play down the right field fence. No! Oh, it is foul eventually. But Jace Phelan ran over to the fence, which he put his left hand on, tried to get leverage. But the fence popped open. If that fence didn't move, he probably would have made the catch. But Phelan was anticipating that section of where the fence opens. It's not a stationary section. It's a doorway in the fencing, and it just popped open when he used it for leverage, so that threw off his feel, wasn't able to make the catch. Nonetheless, the 1-2 is just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's unfortunate for Phelan, but he was laughing it off. There's 2 spectators down over there. I think he gave the foul ball to one of them. Couple of kids with some baseball mitts on. Now the 2-2. It's popped straight in the air. This is going to be playable for center field. It's going to be second baseman Elijah Hainline making the grab. For out number 2, down goes Cleveringa. So runners stay at first and second with the bottom of the lineup, Nolan Sparks up next. Where's number 25? Batted 9th last night also and did not appear in the game opening night. Nolan had a base hit, went 1 for 4 in last night's game. Now he's got a couple runners on at first and second. Vitale ready to go. Keeping an eye on Cade Christ behind him. And now Sparks flares one, a little blooper into right, and it lands for a base hit. Getting the call to come home is Christ. The throw is a bouncing ball that comes towards Cresswell. And so able to slide in is Cade Christ safely and give the Drifters a 1-run lead on Nolan Sparks. RBI single. A soft little floater into shallow right. And that's the first run of the ball game. 1-0 Drifters.
Number 7, tonight's burger batter, Cannon Reader.
Back to the top of the order we go. Cannon Reader, 1 for 2. Got a base hit last inning. And this is the first game where the Drifters have taken the first lead of the game. Nice curveball from Vitale. Falls in for strike 1 against Cannon Reader. Cade Christ came all the way home from second. The throw looked good from Del Negro, just not enough speed on it. Now the 0-1 on the outside edge for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And by the way, it advanced Caleb Shore only to second. That's where he is now, with Sparks at first. Vitale with 2 runners behind him. The righty kicks and fires the 0-2. Lifted into center. This is playable for Daniel Jernan. Flares out his arms, makes the grab, and retires the side in the top of the 4th. So a run comes in. First one of the ball game And the Drifters take the first lead of the game. 1-0 through 3.5. To the bottom of the inning we go. And we'll be joined by a very special guest for the bottom of the inning, and probably for at least one inning, maybe a couple here in the bottom half. So let's take a break, come back on the Bells Mixer channel.
When people come before profit, convenience comes without compromise.
That's why BECU was built a top-rated app.
So we can track our spending.
Deposit checks.
Manage debit and credit cards.
And send money. Just like that.
Credit unions are powered by members and the values we share.
And BECU puts that power right in our hands.
So join us.
BECU, more than just money.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Had to cut off that last ad a little bit as Jace Phelan walks into the left-handed batter's box. And our special guest that I told you about, prefaced before the last break, is Bells General Manager Stephanie Morrell. Stephanie, thanks for joining me up in the booth tonight.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Ryan.
This has been a great start to the season. Strike one to Jace Phelan. He took it looking. Opening night was a great success, and Bells getting their first win last night. How's the whirlwind been for you?
Well, it is a whirlwind.
Jace Phelan fouls off the 0-1, 0-2 now.
It's been awesome. Opening night was so awesome. Energy so good. Lots of fan support, which we're always so lucky to have. We have an amazing staff. It's just awesome to be back, and it's been really, really fun. Just need a little more sunshine.
Yeah, we're getting some of it right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bottom of the first inning, it was dumping out there, and last night, a little slippery on the turf field for the guys. And here comes the 0-2 to Phelan. Oh, it tagged him on the right forearm, so he tosses his gear towards the dugout. He'll take first base on the hit by pitch. There's been a lot of new additions to the ballpark, too, since the last time we were all here together. The new porch out and left, the new Boundary Bay bench, and, of course, the new crates down on the concourse. Tell us what went into all that off-season activity.
Yeah, well, it started with a vision. Glenn had a vision, which he often does, and then and it was a great one about adding some infrastructure and fun things here to the ballpark. And then we got to work on how we were going to make that happen, and working with the city and Dawson Construction, and we're just so pleased. I mean, everything. We also added a batting cage, and just everything was so awesome.
That's right. Batting cages out in right field. And the brand new team store and office out in Barkley. That's been nice to have.
It's been a big year. We've done a lot of stuff this year, but we're so happy. We've got just better infrastructure of all of it to be able to serve the fans. It's fun to watch people in our new team store actually being able to try stuff on and pull stuff off the shelves, and we're just trying to elevate the experience. That's what we try to do every year, and I think we were able to do that this year.
It's been nothing of positive comments, at least that I've heard, and now the 0-1 fouled off by Joe Stevens down at the plate. And, of course, those new crates down there with the team store in it. Lots going on. And with the departure of Jim Clem during the offseason, at least for now, as we say, a lot of the recruiting fell on you and head coach Adam Giesland. So tell us what that was like, recruiting all these Bells players for this summer. Check over to first real quick. Ball got away, though, from Cade Christ, and safe is Jace Phelan.
Well, first of all, Adam gets 99.9% of the credit. I'm just there to help support him, work with a few partner schools. We run things by each other. But I think both of us were a little surprised at just how much work it is. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hours, a lot of phone calls. But it's really fun. And
the 0-2 misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Adam had a real vision this year. Always character kids, that's number one. But he wanted fast, he wanted physical, and older. We wanted to be older. And we went out and built a team that way, and we're really excited about that. Coach Clem helped us a lot at the beginning. There's just, a lot to kind of think about. But it was a really great experience.
Now Joe Stevens gets a piece. It's a grounder along the turf, and they go to second for 1. And get the out against the lead runner, Jace Phelan. So safe on the fielder's choice is Joe Stevens, as no throw comes over to first. And Stevens now at first with one gone. Will Cresswell making his way back up to the plate, saying hi to his collegiate teammate Nate Stevens at the plate. And have you been able to meet any of the new recruits?
Yes.
Get to know them a little
I've met
bit?
many of them. I picked one of them up today. You know, that's kind of what ends up happening for me. I knew they'd be great character kids because that's what we go for, and we ask about that. And great character kids, but really good energy and vibe to this team. And they're workers, you know, they're in the batting cage at the gym. And so we like this team, and we're excited for them to kind of embrace our culture and see what they got.
Seems like just being around them for a limited time, I've only gotten to meet a few of them so far. But seems like they've just been playing together for a while.
I think that's what you see with the more mature, with the older, you know. I think you see that. I think you see them gel a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it seems like a great chemistry in the clubhouse so far. And the 0-1 gets away. Will Cresswell fires. No, I'm sorry. That's Nate Stevens in the Washington State red. But stealing second is Joe Stevens on the throw. So the pitch kind of got away from Nate Stevens, and I thought that was Will Cresswell. But no, he's at the plate. He's batting right now. So a couple of
I don't know.
Cougars.
My head's spinning. I'm not really sure.
Couple of Washington State guys down there. So Joe Stevens is out at second with a stolen bag. And the count is 1-1 to Will Cresswell, who stands in, twirls the bat. Right-handed batter faces James Boone, who's still on the mound. Looks back and pump fakes out to second, keeping Joe Stevens there. And it's been fun to watch Austin Coleman, opening night starter. He's always the first one out of the dugout to greet anybody who has a big inning, a pitcher.
Tremendous kid.
He's wonderful.
And, you know, CSU San Bernardino, Jeff James, who was our head coach, is now down there as an assistant, and that's that connection there. And, man, he sent us 3 good ones. I'm really excited.
The 1-1 to Cresswell is a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I was going to ask where that connection came from because I didn't see any of that last year.
You know, Jeff he knows what we do. He knows the kind of talent we're looking for, and he placed all 3 separately. We got like a call in February, a call in October, and another call just a couple weeks ago. But Jeff is just about as good as they come, and I am not at all shocked that the 3 guys he sent us are just absolute dudes, totally just great team guys, and they're going to be great Bells, fantastic Bells.
Excited to meet the other 2. Got a chance to talk to Austin Coleman, and the pitch on the 1-2 gets away from Nate Stevens. So jogging over to third is Joe Stevens for another stolen bag. A couple of Stevens out in play right now. So the 2-2 to Will Cresswell, and he is still down there next to his collegiate teammate. And the Bells have formed a lot of great relationships with collegiate teams over the years. One of the more recent ones also Washington State.
Correct.
With Brian Green.
Yes.
And have 4 guys from Washington State now. So a really diversified teams in terms of collegiate sources, if you will, and a lot of talent coming to Bellingham this year.
A lot of talent, a lot of guys who saw some time in the spring, which is always really exciting. And, you know, Washington State's a perfect example. Will Cresswell and Elijah Hainline and all those guys, they got time this spring. They got to play, which is great, and they're a big part of that team's future. You met Brian last year. He is about as good as they come.
He's great.
Very excited to be working with him, Washington State and USC and some other new schools as well. It's very exciting.
And the 2-2 to Cresswell is grounded towards the third baseman. He'll go home to Stevens. The tag. Called him safe as the ball gets away. Rolls all the way back to the fence. And they are going to award Will Cresswell another base as the play was called off. I think they lost sight of the baseball like I did from up here. And so with an RBI base hit, bringing in Joe Stevens from third is Will Cresswell, and he's awarded the extra bag to second, which is where he will stand at the moment. 1 gone, bottom of the 4th, tie game now, 1-1. A little bit of an unusual play to bring Stevens home from third. Only 1 out in the bottom of the inning. James Boone still working, no action over in the Springfield bullpen. So the Drifters depending on Boone to get out of this inning at least. Ty Saunders at the plate. Oh, the music's still playing. It waited a little bit for that to
We're
conclude.
learning. It's game 3. We're getting there.
Hey, yeah, that comes with opening series, right?
Yes,
you fix all the bugs. We had an audio issue up here I told you about.
Yeah.
That was all my fault, by the way. As first pitch to Saunders is in left center. Are they going to get there? No, it falls in front of Cannon Reeder, who dives forward. Getting the call to come home is Will Cresswell, and he will as he smacks home plate, puts the Bells up 2-1. Ty Saunders is out at second with his second double of the night. This time it's an RBI, giving the Bells a 2-1 lead. Well, Stephanie, you're the good luck charm. I think you got to come up to the broadcast.
So. I guess I'll just have to sit in here for a while.
Then the Bells will get some runs on the board.
There you go. I like it.
Up 2-1. Ty Saunders, his second double of the night, and that's big for Ty after he had more of a quiet night last night. Ty Saunders 0 for 3. Just one night ago. Daniel Jernan, bottom of the lineup. Couple of guys from last year. Couple of fan favorites from last year.
Yes, big-time fan favorites, yeah.
Plenty of playing time for each.
The Canadian sensation. I think that's what we should start calling him.
Gets to commute from home this year.
Yes.
Daniel Jernan. I know
Borders
he's thrilled
back
about
open.
that.
It's fun. You know, we had a handful of Canadian kids last year, never met their parents. They could never go home. So we never saw our owner. It was a weird no Canada year. So it's been good to have all that back this year.
The 1-0 misses down and in again. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, I was eventually brought on in the fall of 2019.
Yep.
Didn't meet the owner until this year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It's been a strange couple of years.
Like
it's good
last
to be back.
week, yeah.
Yep.
But it was fun. The playoff run last year. And And now a full West Coast League dinner table this year with 16 teams.
Yep.
It's going to be great. The 2-0 misses again. 3 balls and no strikes. James Boone not wanting to tempt Daniel Jernan with anything hittable, but he might have to here. Boone, the left-hander, ready to go. Jernan 0 for 1. And finds the strike zone on the 3-0. 3 balls, 1 strike. Jernan grounded out 5-3 back in the second. Yes, so the border's back open. We got 5 Canadian teams.
Yes.
Bells will go to see 4 of them.
Yep.
And host at least 4.
Yes.
I got to look at the home
It's
schedule.
so fun
again.
because they're so close geographically. There's some real natural rivalries there, so it's pretty fun.
3-1. Pitch gets away from Nate Stevens again. And Jernan is walked to first, so stealing third is Ty Saunders. He's 90 feet away now. And Elijah Hainline, top of the order, is due up next. Quick mound visit from Nate Stevens to James Boone. And now a little bit of movement down in the Springfield bullpen. You can see the bullpen catcher leaving the dugout. He'll go down there and get ready. A little bit of a mound visit to buy time for James Boone, who's struggling here. Runners at the corners for the Bells at first and third. Ty Saunders 90 feet away. Jernan was just walked on a 3-1. So Elijah Hainline got the leadoff base hit in the bottom of the first. Jernan goes from first base. Hainline pops one straight away to center. Back in front of the track is Cannon Reeder. Saunders tagging. He'll get home in plenty of time. Jernan back to first, but another run across the plate for the Bells. Ty Saunders scores and puts the Bells up by 2, 3-1. On Hainline's sac fly. Got too much to update here in the scorebook. All these runs by the Bells, and Kyle Hennington due up next. He's flown out to center twice already. 0 for 2, but he's got Jernan out at first. Jernan took off right away for second in Ty Saunders at bat. There he goes again. Hennington pops one up. It's going to be playable in shallow left. Nolan Sparks watching it, making the grab for out number 3, bottom of the inning. Couple of flyouts gets James Boone out of trouble, but the Bells put up 3 runs. All started with Joe Stevens getting aboard. Well, Jace Phelan first, leading off as he was tagged by a pitch. He was eventually forced out at second on the fielder's choice. Joe Stevens, Will Cresswell, Ty Saunders, all 3 coming in to score. Saunders batting one in, and so did Elijah Hainline on the sac fly out to center field. We're joined by Stephanie Morell. We'll have her at least for another half inning when we come back on the Bells Mixer channel.
For 80 years, Judd & Black continues to be your locally owned and family-operated appliance store, committed to superior customer service and offering only the best appliances. Our customers have spoken. Come see why we've been voted #1 appliance store. Shop comfortably over the phone, in-store, or online now with live chat. Come be a part of your local Judd & Black's history, present, and future. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store, close to home. Online at juddblack.com.
Back in the top of the 5th inning, and a first pitch fly out into right field where Gio Del Negro comes in, and Sheehan O'Connor flies out to Del Negro. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what Ryan Beitel likes on the mound. And we were just talking how all 3 of the Bell starters, the first 3 games, really effective early on. I was talking to Carlos Arroyo about that too, who's been great, and he's also.
How much do you love Carlos Arroyo, Ryan? Tell me.
He's wonderful. Always greets me with a handshake and a hug when I see him, and just a great guy.
He's been a great addition. Great addition.
Was asking him some questions about his start in the majors. Was opening day starter for the Pulsaki Phillies down in single A ball, I believe, or rookie ball, and. He said, "What, did you Google me or something?" And I said, "Yeah, well, I did once we hired you, yeah." And it's been great to just talk to him, pick his brain. He's super effective already. We saw opening night when Noah Meffert was on the mound, walked 2 in a row upon stepping on the mound for the first time. Then has a mound visit with Arroyo as the 1-1 misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Ben Parker. And then goes 6 strikeouts in a row. So that just speaks to Carlos Arroyo.
Yeah, he's great. And, when he tells you he's never had a job outside of baseball, it really resonates, right?
Yes.
Like, he played baseball, coached baseball, spent his whole life. Really knows the game.
Oh, he does. 2-1 is fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here, top of the 5th. 3-1 ball game for the Bells, who take the lead right back after the Drifters jumped ahead 1-0. Top of the 4th. He and Cody Anderson are the new coaching additions, and Cody pitched at Washington State University and then was coaching the Cascade Collegiate Showcase team last year. 2-2 misses high and inside, 3-2. How did those 2 hires come about?
Yeah, so Cody was actually a Bell in 2015.
That's right.
We knew him. We wanted to add an assistant pitching coach position, both for our guys, but also for just to give an opportunity for someone to work with someone like Carlos and to be able to be mentored. And we knew Cody, and he's just a great fit. He was a great Bell.
Payoff pitch is grounded, a 2-hopper to Ty Saunders, who is smooth and calm at the short position, goes to first in time for out number 2.
They are really quite the pair, Cody and Carlos.
Yes.
I think the pitchers are going to have a great summer. Cody is just, very hungry, wants to be a coach. That's what he wants to do with his life. And all of our coaches, top-notch, great guys. We're really lucky. You guys are lucky to have the opportunity to work with them this summer and be developed by them. I'm really excited about that.
I agree. I mean, Cody, I got to meet last year when he was coaching the Cascade League.
Yep.
Strike 1 on Jack Thompson, 3rd batter. Nobody on, 2 outs for the Drifters here in the top of the 5th. And I could tell right away when I went down and bugged him for the starting lineup that he was just a great guy, a great character.
He is a really great guy. Yep.
And just a really genuine guy.
Yes.
And him paired with Carlos Arroyo, who's also that way, very caring, but both just funny in their own right.
Yeah, they're going to have a fun summer together.
It's going to be a fun pitching staff.
Yes.
To have those guys. Yeah, that'll be great. The 0-2 misses inside to Jack Thompson, who is 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of flyouts into center. Also, I talked about it earlier. Bells are in their powdered blue jerseys, something we didn't see last year.
Yeah.
In fact, 1-2, hanging curve from Bytel, finds a strike zone. Jack Thompson goes down looking, and Bytel gets his first K since starting off the top of the third. So that is a big strikeout. Come back, talk about those brand new uniforms with the Bells general manager after this on the Bells Mixler channel.
Our state is a pretty amazing place to live, and the Army National Guard is one of the things making it great. Our service is part-time, so we get to enjoy everything great about working and living here. We're also the ones that get to jump in and help whenever there is an emergency in our state. Our towns and cities rely on us, and that makes serving part-time in the Army National Guard all worth it. Visit NationalGuard.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Why do we keep pushing ourselves? Because we know that trying something new, or different, or unexpected can be the first step in progress. It's not always easy to adapt and evolve, but it's necessary. It's who we are. Resilient. At Phillips 66, we know that now, more than ever, is the time to try new.
Time for the bottom of the fifth, and Stephanie Morel is back in the booth. Yes, so halfway between top of the fifth, bottom of the fifth, there's the run with Dinger, and Gio Del Negro grounds a sharp grounder, one hop to the shortstop, Sheehan O'Connor, who this time is on the money to first, 6-3 ground out, one gone already, bottom of the fifth. So the run with Dinger is a staple here at Joe Martin Field.
Yes, it is.
Where they take off from the fence, where the first base side fencing opens, all the kids in attendance run across the top of the infield dirt to the right field with the Bells' beloved mascot. But right when we signed off, before the break, what did we see, Stephanie?
I would say there was a diversion of some children. They're supposed to go from first to third, but some ended up all over, really all over. So, I'm going to add it to my opening day checklist. It was funny for just a minute, and then it was a little bit like, okay, we got to go get those kids.
Because we thought it would write itself, and
but it didn't.
It did not. That's for sure. The 1-0 is Jacob Schroeder. He pops one into shallow center. It lands for a base hit.
There was actually a crowd effect. It started with one kid and ended with about 25.
Right. And you and I thought the ship would right itself, but it didn't. Kids kept spilling towards home plate from third is what happened. And they kept rounding. The umpire was telling them to go back to first.
I think I'll be out there tomorrow doing the Dinger run. I think that's what's in my future.
I think, the kids just need somebody on the third base side to reel them in. I think we had a couple of first-timers doing the leading the charge.
Yes,
so.
Yes, we did.
That was funny, but you made it back in time. Uh-oh. Gio goes from first, and the tag at second in time. That was Jacob Schroeder, that took off from first, and he was tagged out trying to steal second. And nice awareness by James Boone on the mound to go over to Cade Christ at first, and he, with Chase Cleveringa, had Jacob Schroeder in a pickle and got him out at second. So 2 gone already. Jace Phelan still awaiting the first pitch at the plate. Here it comes. He grounds it towards the first baseman, Cade Christ, who will take it himself to the bag, tap it with his left foot. And that does it for the 5th inning. A quick one, well, not a 1, 2, 3. Oh, pretty much, as Jace Phelan grounds out. Only 3 batters faced by James Boone. And that's a great bounce back from the previous inning for the Drifters starter, who makes an effective 5th inning. We will try to talk about the jerseys, all the brand new Bells apparel when we come back with the Bells general manager, Stephanie Morell, after this with the top of the 6th on the Bells Mixer channel.
Your life can change in an instant. Car accidents impact all aspects of your life and lead to pain and suffering, medical bills, and time missed from work. Robinson & Cole, attorneys in Bellingham, can help. They have represented thousands of clients since 1979. They also handle other types of injury claims, including workers' compensation. Consultations are always free and are available in Spanish. Robinson & Cole. When you need us, we will be here.
What does your dream getaway have? Luxury hotel rooms, elegant suites, and relaxing spa? We've got that. World-class wine spectator award-winning steakhouse? We've got that. Washington's premier golf destination? We've got that. How about the newest slots, table games, and exciting promotions? Oh yeah, we've got those too. Visit Silver Reef Casino Resort and hit the getaway jackpot. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit.
Well, that's the night for Ryan Bytel, the Bell starter tonight. Goes 5 innings, giving up 5 hits to the Drifters. Only 1 run it was earned. And 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Not a bad start. The Bells starters going deep in these ball games. That's really what you want to see if you're the Bells coaching staff. And, of course, the Bells fans. Always a good thing when your starter can go deep and keep the damage limited. But the new pitcher is Aaron Barocas. And he misses on the first 2 offerings, trying to get reacquainted with Joe Martin Field because he is a returner. Also, a guy who was on the 10-day list to start the season last year.
Yes, was.
Stuck around the whole time.
Great kid.
Oh,
yep.
one of the best characters on the roster for sure. And the 2-1 is fouled off into the left field grass. All the fans go chasing it. And he actually spent this spring at Butler University. And we remember last summer he was with us. Actually took a break from the season to go tour Butler.
Yep.
And so happy for him that worked out. As the 2-1 comes in, it's a broken bat grounder that doesn't even make it to the pitcher's mound. So Barocas charges in and underhands one to the first baseman, Jace Phelan, for out number 1. Top of the 6th inning. Good start for Aaron Barocas. But tell us a little bit about him and what it was like bringing him back.
Yeah, well, Aaron's a great kid. He, he did really well last year. He's a guy who can, he's steady. He can compete. He can go out and he can give you some innings. He's pretty flexible. We used him, I think, late in games or middle of games a lot last year. And he's a good kid. He's improving a lot. He had a good year out at Butler, and he's a good Bell. He's really a good addition to the team. We were excited to bring him back.
He sure is. He greeted me with a huge hug when I saw him for the first time coming back this season, the 0-1. To Cade Christ, and Christ floats one into right field. Gio Del Negro doesn't really have to hurry too much because he makes the grab, and makes the grab to the left of the line. So that's 2 gone in the top of the 6th, and we haven't talked about those uniforms
Gotta
yet.
talk about the jerseys. They're pretty cool. Yeah, we actually decided, so our colors have changed, our brands changed, so we decided to just do a new uniform set this year across the board. And these baby blues were Glenn and Glenn's son and a handful of Bells that we asked for their opinions, and there was a lot of cooks in the kitchen, but they are really cool. Throwback to the Bellingham Mariners and really cool.
Exactly, when Ken Griffey Jr. was here in 1987.
And if you're wondering why they're not wearing the baby, so there's baby blue pants, just so you know.
Right, I heard.
They're a little oddly sized, so we got to do a few tweaks.
Sure.
But they're gonna look so cool when they wear the baby blue pants.
That's going to look amazing. Barocas is throwing a couple fastballs in against Caleb Shore, and he's got him chasing a couple of swings, couple of misses. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. 3-1 Bells, and those look really good. Talked about earlier, was touching on the new jerseys and how there's that picture of the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. at the
in
new
our
store.
office.
Yep.
That's what everybody thinks about and talks about. A lot of people, they have memories of watching Ken Griffey Jr. here or just coming to Bellingham Mariners games, and it's just so iconic. Like, everyone's seen that image, at least here in Bellingham, and it looks really, really good. And the hats are so cool too, the baby blue hats. So
yes.
Yeah, it's looking good. I'm excited.
0-2 pitch, missing high and away outside. Bells fans, you can go check out all the new apparel, all the new gear at the Bells brand new team store in Barkley. In fact, the address for that is 3111 New Market Street, Suite 105, Bellingham, Washington. Right down the road from here.
Yeah.
Look at the top of our gearbox for that address.
It's been so fun to be there and get to meet the fans and have people come in and shop a little bit. It's really cool. But, merchandise is looking good. It's fun to see people wearing it. It's fun to see all the new colors, new hats. And, last year was a let's get through it type of year. And this year it's like, all right, let's do some fun new stuff again. So that's been really fun.
For sure. And the Bells have done all of that, no doubt, in a good way. 1-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Caleb Shore. How about a 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Barocas in his first inning back with the Bells this summer? And first one to greet him is Austin Coleman. The man, he's got the dreads rocking tonight with no rain coming down at the moment. And what a fun group it is down in the Bells dugout. Up by 2 runs to the bottom of the 6th. They'll look to expand on it when we come back on the Bells Mixler channel.
So, you work with a lender to get a mortgage. You get into your new home and you receive notice that your mortgage company has broken up with you and you'll be sending your payments somewhere else. You deserve a partner who will be there with you every step of the way. At WeQ, we service 100% of our loans. Plus, we're not for profit, so you can rest assured knowing that we'll always have your best interest at heart. For a limited time, get your mortgage through WeQ and receive $500 off closing costs. WeQ is an equal opportunity lender.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. Since 1968, Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons has provided compassionate and exceptional care in our community. Our team is here for you when you need us most. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
Back with the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 3-1 lead for the Bellingham Bells. We have a pinch hitter coming in for Joe Stevens, making his debut at the plate for the Bells, wearing the powder blue. J.R. Freethy. First pitch is a curveball that starts up high and falls into the strike zone.
And
for
that's the
strike
player
one.
I picked up today, in case you were wondering.
Oh, wow. I was...
fresh off the airplane, J.R. Freethy.
From Bellingham or SeaTac?
Bellingham.
Okay.
Yep.
So not a crazy drive for
No.
you. 0-1 misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The man out of University of Reno, Nevada, J.R. Freethy. Going to be a sophomore there this fall from Rockland, California. Right on the other side of those Sierras in the Sacramento area. 1-1. Another hanging curveball. Freethy grounds it this time to third base. Over to first. It's on the money from Nolan Sparks at third. And on the 1-1, Freethy grounds out. So his debut at the plate is over, but now he's pinch hitting for Joe Stevens. Now Willis Cresswell is making his way up to the plate. Tell us about your airport pickup with J.R. Freethy. How did that go?
Well, seems like a great kid. He said that he thought Bellingham had a lot of trees, which is right, correct.
Yep.
No, seems like a really great kid. He's excited to be here. He's excited, he mostly said he pinch hit at UNR this year, so he's excited to get out and get to play in the infield and get some opportunities. And
big catch made in the bleachers behind the Bells dugout by a Bells fan.
First teammate he met was Ryan Bytel. We went in the clubhouse and he was chilling before his start. So that's a good guy you want to meet right off the plane. And
definitely
seems like a great kid. He's excited and it was great to meet him. And it's always kind of, whirlwind when you get to Bellingham and then you play the same day. But he's really excited to be here.
We remember when Luis Aviles did that last year also.
Yes. Well, Luis was up for anything, though.
That's very true. The 0-1 popped up by Cresswell and caught at second by Chase Cleveringa. 2 up, 2 down. And James Boone in another effective inning right now for the Drifters. And the Drifters starter about to go through 6. And there has been action over there, just in case, just as a safety blanket, in case the Springfield starter gets into a little bit of trouble. But I was honestly excited when I saw that the University of Reno, Nevada was represented on the Bells roster. First pitch to Ty Saunders is flared out to center, and Stephanie, I don't know what it is, but these half innings go by at lightning speed.
So fast. We're going to get to bed early tonight. I like this.
I'll bring up a new topic that I'm excited about. Then we got to go to break. So we'll do that, and we'll come back with the top of the 7th. Hopefully with Stephanie Morel. I'll convince her to stick around on the Bells Mixer channel.
When people come before profit, convenience comes without compromise.
That's why BECU has built a top-rated app.
So we can track our spending.
Deposit checks.
Manage debit and credit cards.
And send money, just like that.
Credit unions are powered by members and the values we share.
And BECU puts that power right in our hands.
So join us.
BECU, more than just money.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
We are back in the top of the 7th inning, and Aaron Barocas back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Bells up 3-1, and the past few half innings have been going by at lightning speed. Not able to really talk about a subject that we bring up with Stephanie Morel. We'll try to get it in now as Barocas is still warming up, but I was excited about that new representation of University of Reno, Nevada on the roster. We got a few guys from there.
Yes.
Tell us how that one started.
Yeah, so that is a connection of Adam's. So Troy Buckley, who's at Nevada, who was at Long Beach State before he got to Nevada, and I think Adam knows him through just some kind of West Coast recruiting channels, and got to know Troy and wanted to make that connection. And Troy's been great, kind of understands our program, and his son actually Casey Buckley was supposed to be on the Bells a few years ago and got hurt. So Troy gets it, and it's a fun new connection. It's really excited to have that in our arsenal.
And UNR had a good year in the Mountain West Conference, too.
Did. Got second, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, the top 4 teams in the Mountain West traveled to San Diego for the Mountain West Championship at Tony Gwynn Stadium, the 0-1. And I actually tried to, with myself being at San Jose State, UNR came through San Jose. I tried to say hi to J.R. Freethy when they were there. He actually wasn't on the trip that trip.
Okay.
Couldn't meet him that time. Look forward to meeting him here. He's also here with Boone Fay as well from UNR. So get to know those guys as they arrive and start to get more playing time. First batter of the top of the 7th, Chase Cleveringa, ahead in the count 2-1. The pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aaron Barocas looking really good here in his 2nd inning of work. And he was the victim of a bit of an unusual play last year, if you remember it.
I do.
The 2-2 is popped skyward. Looks like it's going to land in foul territory, but in the glove of the Bells' third baseman. I was going to say Joe Stevens, but that is not Joe Stevens. That's Jacob Schroeder out there making the grab. So in foul territory from third, Jacob Schroeder. Oh, that's because he was pinch hitting for Joe Stevens. So I just didn't put that down in the scorebook. So Jacob Schroeder makes the grab in foul territory for out number 1, top of the 7th. Swung on and missed is the first pitch to Nolan Sparks for the 0-1. And Aaron Broke is creating a lot of swinging and missing here early on. That's good to see. But that unusual play that I brought up was when Ezra Samperi was behind the dish. Aaron Barocas had gotten the start that game. And runner takes off, I forget the opposing team, from first, going for 2. And the throw from Samperi hit Barocas in the head as he was trying to duck for it. And that
was
put
hard
him
to
out.
watch. I was so glad Aaron was okay because it didn't look great, but he was okay.
Me too.
And definitely said he didn't see it coming. And yeah, it's just a unique thing. You don't see that very often, but it really was kind of best case scenario. Aaron kind of saw it coming and got out of the way.
Thank goodness. He was like halfway down in his duck for the throw.
Yeah.
And got tagged as he was looking towards the Bells dugout. And like you said, bounced right back. I think he continued to pitch that very game after he got hit.
Yep.
So great to see from Aaron, and hope that doesn't happen again. One of those freak accidents. 1-2. It just misses upstairs and high. I actually talked about at the very start of the game, as Bytel was warming up for first pitch, Nate Mendoza was walking down the first base fencing. And the swing and a miss at the 2-2. Barocas got him chasing with the high cheese. So down goes Nolan Sparks. 2 up, 2 down here, top of the 7th. The lineup flips over. Cannon Reeder, number 1 batter, back up now. And the right-hander will step in. But Nate Mendoza was walking down the fencing on the first base side. The catch play in the infield got away from Jace Phelan at first and nailed the fencing right behind Mendoza. Geez. And there was a big camera there, too, that the ball got a little bit too close to.
Yep.
So that one comes in high and tight on Cannon Reeder. 1 ball and no strikes. Rocking and rolling right through this ball game. Rubber match of the opening series. Bells up 3-1 against the brand new Springfield Drifters in their inaugural series. You know West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer really well, and he lives down in the Portland area. Was he excited about the expansion of the Drifters?
And I think Rob's just
there?
Excited. We're all excited about expansion in general. Like for the league to be at 16 teams, and I just don't think that's the ceiling by any stretch of the imagination. I just think we're going to keep growing, but to be at 16 and have all the markets we have, which are all good markets with great operators, really cool. But yeah, I think Rob's excited. Anything he can drive to in a couple hours is really cool for him. He spends a lot of time with Portland, and I think he'll see some Springfield as well.
Yeah, that's true. We had a great talk. And by the way, Cannon Reeder on the 2-1 pitch ripped it through the center gap and got into center field. He's on with a base hit with 2 outs, and Sheehan O'Connor is stepping in now. He is next. And Rob Nyer had a great chat here when he came to Bellingham.
He's an interesting guy. Yep.
He is.
He's got a lot of knowledge. Yep.
He spent like 4 innings up here with me. It was great. And we had a good time. Talked about his new book, Powerball, and of course the league.
And he's got a new book now. He co-wrote a book with an umpire, Dale Scott. So
that's right.
Yep, he's got another book out. I haven't read it yet, but
I think
Powerball's great. Powerball's a good one. Yep.
Well, now I got to go buy that new book before he gets to Bellingham, because I think he makes it a point to get to every West Coast League team each year.
He tries to, and he tries to get to everywhere. I think with 16, it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
He wants to get to all the new markets this year, so I don't know if he'll make it everywhere, but he really tries to. And he's got just an interesting perspective, and he's got an interesting job. He's not running any of these teams, but he's answering to all of us and all of our owners. And he's like on opening day, I called him 4 times, and he was like, "Are you busy?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you probably are too." It's just it's an interesting job.
Yeah, I thought he was a great guy. Such a calm demeanor.
Yeah.
And that's what you want for
sure.
Somebody in a commissioner's spot. 1-1 pitch is called strike on Sheehan O'Connor. He took it looking. And last year, the West Coast League was supposed to be at 14 teams, with 2 more coming this year, or 15?
I think it was 15, and Springfield was a last year ad. Yeah, so it's supposed to be 15. Right. And, obviously the Canadian teams just couldn't make it work, but just so exciting to have them all back this year.
Swing and a miss.
Right, another fast one.
At the 1-2. Oh, yes. Another fast half inning for us up in the booth. was going to ask about something else. I'm not even going to preface it in case you have to jet. But, of course, we'd love if you stick around. Aaron Barocas gets another strikeout, 2 in the 7th inning. It is stretch time here at Joe Martin Field, and I actually want to talk about the man that sings all the 7th inning stretches with you. So we're going to keep you for another half inning. And I'm pushing my luck, so we won't keep you after that. But we'll see you in the bottom of the 7th. Bells up 3-1 on the Bells Mixer channel.
Judd & Black Appliance. For over 80 years, Judd & Black continues to be your locally owned and family-operated appliance store, committed to superior customer service and offering only the best appliances. Our customers have spoken. Come see why we've been voted #1 appliance store. Shop comfortably over the phone, in-store, or online now with live chat. Come be a part of your local Judd & Black's history, present, and future. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store, close to home. Online at juddblack.com.
Our state is a pretty amazing place to live, and the Army National Guard is one of the things making it great. Our service is part-time, so we get to enjoy everything great about working and living here. We're also the ones that get to jump in and help whenever there is an emergency in our state. Our towns and cities rely on us. And that makes serving part-time in the Army National Guard all worth it. Visit NationalGuard.com.
We're back, bottom of the 7th. New pitcher for the visiting Springfield Drifters throws a strike in on Daniel Jernin. 0-1, and the new pitcher is Zach Chongkick, right-handed pitcher, 5'11", 180 pounds. Junior out of Pepperdine University. Broken bat on the little bloop flare out to the shortstop, Sheehan O'Connor, and that bat split in half. Daniel Jernin trying to give that ball a ride, but didn't have the bat to do it as it shattered, but caught by O'Connor, so out number 1. And, geez, I don't think I've seen a broken bat like that in a while. But out number 1, and we're back with Stephanie Morel. And I'm trying to remember what I was going to bring up.
You wanted
before.
to ask me about Michael J. Yes.
That's right. That's right. The man that sings the 7th inning stretch here at Joe Martin Field is Michael J. And how long has he been doing that?
So when I started 2014, he was here. So that's all I can tell you.
Okay. Wow.
And
Every game.
And I don't think that was his first year. Because I think when I was a fan and came to games, he did it.
Wow.
So we could ask him, but it's been at least 10 years.
And he was singing every game in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing. Does a good job.
Yeah, he's really good.
Really fun.
They've had season tickets there in that little corner down there for about 20 years.
He and his wife,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right along the first base side, behind the Bells on deck
That's
circle.
what's so fun about this is, people like that, and just everybody knows him. He says people talk to him at the grocery store and stuff. They know him as the Bells guy, the
that
take
is
me after the ball game guy. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, he's a staple for sure. 0-2 to Elijah Hainline, who's leading off. No, he isn't leading off. Daniel Jernin did. There's one out, and Hainline batting second in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was also going to ask, so last year, 10 teams in the West Coast League. Bellingham was the northernmost team.
Yep.
But now, with the Canadian teams and the new teams, there is a team an 11-hour drive from here. 1-2 is popped into right field. Ben Parker shouldn't have a problem with it. He doesn't. Makes the grab for out number 2, the Edmonton Riverhawks.
Yes.
That's a long trip, but that'll be a fun one to go on.
Yeah, so most, not all, but most West Coast League teams that go to Edmonton will fly, and we are one of those teams. So that'll be a plane travel trip for us, which would be fun for the guys. And man, I'm so excited to get up to all the Canadian markets. I'm excited to go to Kamloops next weekend. That's supposed to be an amazing place. Edmonton, I'm really excited about. I'm not the best Canadian geography person. I don't know where half these places are, so I'm really excited, and they're all going to be really great venues.
I love geography, so
I could use a little lesson in
help you with
Canadian
that.
geography.
Plus, there's 7 NHL
When we added
teams up
Edmonton, I kept asking if it was in Calgary, and Glenn was very annoyed with me. So I could use some work.
Any Alberta natives wouldn't be happy with that
I
answer.
know. I'm sorry.
or that question. Kyle Hennington swings and misses at the 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes now to the third batter of the inning. This one's flying by also. But that'll be a great trip north of Calgary in British Columbia province.
Yep.
A flight trip. And the Bells are actually on the road before that trip, immediately before.
Yep.
In Nanaimo.
Yeah, so 2 new markets. Get to fly out of Victoria to go up to Edmonton. Edmonton's a former AAA. It's a 9,000-seat stadium. Really cool city. I mean, our guys are going to love that. It's going to be great.
Looks like a really nice view from that ballpark, too.
They've done a lot to the ballpark this year. New turf, new scoreboard. So I think it's going to be really cool.
That'll be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, the 1-2 flared into shallow right center, and Kyle Hennington's got a base hit. He was 0 for 3 before that, but now he's on with a 2-out base knock, and now we have a pinch hitter. Somebody we've seen before, though, Jared Buhonda, coming in to pinch hit for Gio Del Negro. Buhonda's been in center field defensively so far to start the opening series. And Del Negro got aboard twice, a base hit, then a charged error to the shortstop, Sheehan O'Connor, but grounded out also. First pitch to Buhonda. Swing and a miss. He wanted all that. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Norbrock Stadium, the new home to the Kamloops North Paws. It's going to be fun to see next
I've
week.
heard it's really cool. That's beautiful up there. I'm so excited. I'm psyched for our Canadian operators because a lot of them went through 2 years planning for 1 season, and that's really hard. and their fan base. I mean, that's a challenge, and so I'm so excited for all of them.
Runner goes from first, and Buhonda goes fishing for that pitch and gets it all the way down the left field line, but it's caught by Nolan Sparks right before he got to the line. So Buhonda flies out to left field. And that bottom half of the inning flew by also. But Stephanie Morel, Bell's general manager.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So much for spending all this time with us up here in the booth. That was great. We will come back. The Bells up 3-1 at the end of 7. Top of the 8th coming up next on the Bells Mixler channel.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Why do we keep pushing ourselves? Because we know that trying something new or different or unexpected can be the first step in progress. It's not always easy to adapt and evolve, but it's necessary. It's who we are. Resilient. At Phillips 66, we know that now, more than ever, is the time to try new
Aaron Brocas goes a pair of innings, number 6 and 7, and the new pitcher on the mound for the Bells misses on the first pitch. It's a name you've heard before this season. Cameron Dayton was the opening night first baseman for the Bells, and on opening night he started in the cleanup spot, was walked, and went 0 for 2 before that walk. So didn't get anything on opening night, but Cameron also started in the cleanup spot last night. Got a base hit, was walked twice, and only struck out in the first inning. He went down looking. So now he's working a 2-0 count against the Drifters leadoff man, Ben Parker. 2-0 pitch. Here comes. Fouled off into the backstop. And we were joined by the Bells general manager, Stephanie Morel, for about, 4 innings, because she was here for all of the scoring in the bottom of the fourth, and it was great to talk to Stephanie about all the new amenities here at the ballpark. 2-1. It's just low, called ball 3. And Will Cresswell tried to frame it up nicely. Looked pretty good from our vantage point. Cameron Dayton, left-handed pitcher, 6'3", 207 pounds. Going to be a senior at the University of Texas out in Austin this fall. 3-1, big leg kick, and now the pitch fouled off down the right field side. Loads the count at 3-2. Before the University of Texas, he was at Midland College for the 2020 season and the 2021 season. Batted .368 in 2021 with 3 homers. 16 doubles, 2 triples also. Payoff pitch, grounder. It's going to dribble over to Ty Saunders, who has to hustle to first, does in time for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th.
Coming up to the plate, number 31, Jack Thompson.
Here comes Jack Thompson, the 6 foot, 205-pound sophomore at Lewis and Clark College down in Portland. He's originally from Millbrae, California. Went to St. Ignatius High School down in the San Francisco area. And Jack Thompson is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch to Thompson is a strike on the lower rim of the strike zone. 0-1. One gone by, top of the 8th. Bells still up 3 runs to 1. And that was a really good-looking slider that caught the lower right corner of the strike zone. 0-2 to Jack Thompson. Listed as a first baseman and left-handed pitcher at UT is Cameron Dayton. Swing and a miss at the 0-2. Down goes Thompson. And Dayton went back to that low 70s off-speed pitch and gets his first strikeout as a Bell on the mound. Majoring in computer science out in Austin, Texas at UT. And he's got 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 8th, making quick work of things. This spring at the University of Texas, only pitched 1 1/3 over 3 appearances. Creates a swing and miss with a fastball on Nate Stevens. 0-1. And Dayton fires again. Went back to that slider with good horizontal movement. It's fouled back. So 0-2. With 2 down, here's the pitch. Goes back to it. This time at 73 miles an hour. Misses this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nate Stevens 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of ground outs and a fly out. The 1-2. Just off that outside right edge. And Cresswell almost got the frame right, but it was a good call, just outside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for the Drifters. Top of the 8th. Here comes from Cameron Dayton. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Dayton out of the pen. The dual threat for the Bells. And there's Aaron Barocas along with Austin Coleman to congratulate Dayton on his strong outing in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom. Bells up by 2 runs, and they'll look to expand on that in the bottom and then close things out in the top of the 9th. We'll come back after this on the Bells Mixer Channel.
Your life can change in an instant. Car accidents impact all aspects of your life and lead to pain and suffering, medical bills, and time missed from work. Robinson & Cole, attorneys in Bellingham, can help. They have represented thousands of clients since 1979. They also handle other types of injury claims, including workers' compensation. Consultations are always free and are available in Spanish. Robinson & Cole. When you need us, we will be here.
What does your dream getaway have? Luxury hotel rooms, elegant suites, and relaxing spa? We've got that. World-class wine spectator award-winning steakhouse? We've got that. Washington's premier golf destination? We've got that. How about the newest slots, table games, and exciting promotions? Oh yeah, we've got those too. Visit Silver Reef Casino Resort and hit the getaway jackpot. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260. We've got that.
So, you work with a lender to get a mortgage. You get into your new home and you receive notice that your mortgage company has broken up with you and you'll be sending your payments somewhere else. You deserve a partner who will be there with you every step of the way. At WeQ, we service 100% of our loans. Plus, we're not for profit, so you can rest assured knowing that we'll always have your best interest at heart. For a limited time, get your mortgage through WeQ and receive $500 off closing costs. WeQ is an equal opportunity lender.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. Since 1968, Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons has provided compassionate and exceptional care in our community. Our team is here for you when you need us most. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
First pitch, bottom of the 8th, popped up into the infield by Shea Bowen, pinch hitting for Jace Phelan here in the bottom of the 8th. It's caught by the shortstop, Sheehan O'Connor. No, that was incorrect. He was pinch hitting for Jacob Schroeder. Now Jace Phelan is at the plate. So that was Shea Bowen who flies out to the shortstop. First pitch to Jace Phelan. Down and away, misses ball 1. Well, Zach Chonkick went 2 innings, 1 hit, and that was it. And now the 1-0 to Phelan is a 1-hopper, a slow one to Sheehan O'Connor. Safe at first, though, is Jace Phelan. And O'Connor with the throw on target. Just didn't get there in time against Phelan. Now the Bells newcomer from the University of Nevada, Reno. Reno, Nevada, that is. Second time pinch hitting in the 6-batter spot, takes strike 1. Boone Fay, a Wolfpack pitcher, is also coming to the Bells from UNR. Freethy floats one out into center on the 0-1. And standing still, making the grab, is Cannon Reeder. Right to him. So 2 outs and 1 on after Jace Phelan's base hit. Now here's Will Cresswell. 1 for 3 tonight, has a base hit and came all the way around to score on Ty Saunders' RBI double, the very next batter. That put the Bells up by 2, and then Elijah Hainline a little bit later that inning got a sac fly into center that then brought Ty Saunders all the way home. 2 out, 1 on for the Bells, bottom of the 8th inning. And Trevor Hammond is the pitcher on the mound, by the way, for the Springfield Drifters right now. 5'9", 170 pounds, another lefty. Going to be a sophomore at Ventura College this fall. Now the 1-0 to Cresswell, and he pops one down the right field side. Near the Bells bullpen, it's foul. One ball, one strike. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Talked about it earlier. The Bells' next series starts tomorrow against the Portland Pickles, and we won't be on the Mixer stream. We'll be on the local flagship radio affiliate, 98.9 K-Bay, all weekend long. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. 1-1. Left way high and wide to Cresswell. 2 balls, 1 strike. You can tune in, of course, on the local FM station 98.9 or at 989kbay.com. We'll be there, have all the Bells baseball action for you. Also on our online stream. Check out the Bells website and social media on where to access that, with the video included. 2 balls, 1 strike is fouled back. 2-2 count to Will Cresswell, who's down there atop the freshly painted team logo right behind home plate. This big Bell logo. Its primary color is dark blue and white with a big B on it for the Bells and Bellingham. Really great job with that logo behind home plate. The same guy does that for many teams in the West Coast League. Runner goes from first, pitches down and inside, and getting to second safely is Jace Phelan. Jace Phelan has some wheels. Bell's first baseman from Spokane Falls Community College. Quick mound visit from Nate Stevens out to Trevor Hammond, the reliever. As a high school graduate in 2020, Jace Phelan clocked in at 6'2", 215, and he can wheel. From Otis Orchards, Washington, Jace Phelan. Payoff pitch at the plate, skips off of home plate. So walked is Will Cresswell. And Jace Phelan took off. He will have stolen third, so he's 90 feet away. Cresswell's going to be at first. Runners on the corners. Ty Saunders. Couple of doubles tonight, one of them an RBI double to put the Bells in front 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. 2 for 3. Good night for Ty Saunders. 2 out, 2 on at the corners for the Bells veteran. Check over to first where Will Cresswell dives back. Ty Saunders, the switch hitter, stands in the right box against the lefty. And now drills one into deep left center, charging back at the track, making it the catch is the left fielder, Nolan Sparks, for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. So Saunders gives that one a ride all the way to the track. Bells strand a couple at the corners as Ty flies out. So we go to the top of the 9th. Bells look to close it out. We'll tell you who comes out onto the mound after this on the Bells Mixer channel.
When people come before profit, convenience comes without compromise.
That's why BECU has built a top-rated app.
So we can track our spending,
deposit checks,
manage debit and credit cards,
and send money just like that. Credit unions are powered by members and the values we share.
And BECU puts that power right in our hands.
So join us.
BECU, more than just money.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
Cameron Dayton back on the mound here for the top of the ninth, looking to close things out. And he came on for the eighth also after Aaron Barocas went 2 and Ryan Bytel went 5. Barocas, 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 Ks. Good start. Good first outing for the Bell from Butler University, Aaron Barocas. Sliding over is Jacob Schroeder from third base to give a fist bump to Cameron Dayton. He's looking to close things out here in the top of the ninth. 35, Cade Christ is at the dish. Ready to get started. First pitch to him is a heater inside. Thankfully it didn't make contact with him. 1 ball, no strikes. Talked about it earlier in the series. I got to see Springfield's brand new all-turf field down in the Eugene area. 1-0 is fouled down the right side, out of play. Stopped by a cafe in the Springfield area. There's a nice little downtown 7 minutes east of Eugene. And everybody's excited for the Drifters to get to town. Going to open up their inaugural West Coast League season at home this weekend against the Cowlitz Black Bears. 1-1. Is the curveball left outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Still a little bit of natural light outside, but the stadium light's turning on as it's getting a little bit darker. This game has flown by, already top of the ninth. 2-1 swing and a miss. Not in the count at 2-2. Cameron Dayton last inning, an effective last inning. Pitched into a ground out, then fired 2 strikeouts. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Well, foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. So strike 3. Down goes Cade Christ. Swinging and missing. 3 Ks in a row for Cameron Dayton. Caleb Shore now the DH tonight. 7th batter in the lineup. Got a base hit, drew a walk in the 4th, and then struck out. First pitch. Looked pretty good from up here, but called ball 1. Caleb Shore in his debut with the Drifters tonight. 6'4", 220. Bats right-handed, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Pitch looked like it was about the same spot as that first one. This time Shore trying for it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Cameron Dayton looking to close things out for the Bells. And he works quickly here, the tall lefty. A good-looking slider curve that falls in for strike 2. Clocking in at 73 miles an hour. One ball, 2 strikes. Is grounded down the first baseline, and it rolls foul pretty quickly. Try the 1-2 again. Look at the week ahead. Bells host the Pickles for 3 games this weekend, then face 3 non-West Coast League teams Tuesday through Thursday before taking off to Kamloops, British Columbia. Going to be a fun trip. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Make it 4 Ks in a row for Cameron Dayton. 2 in the 8th. Now 2 in the 9th. Needs 1 more to get the win in the rubber match. Get the Bells to a winning record. Get the Bells their first series win of the year. He's ready to go. First pitch. Is another one of those sliders off speed that falls in for strike 1 against Chase Cleveringa, who bats left. 2 strikes left. The 0-1. Same pitch. This time Cleveringa pops it into shallow left center. In comes left fielder Kyle Hennington, makes the catch. Bells win. 3-1 is your score for tonight as the powdered blue jerseys with white pants come out and line up in the high five line atop the pitcher's mound and celebrate their opening series victory against the inaugural brand new West Coast League foe, Springfield Drifters. Final score is 3-1 Bells. And they get it done here at their home crowd, home field, in front of their home crowd, the WeQ Diamond at Joe Martin Field. A successful first series for Bellingham. Well, we got a big post-game show coming up. We will be joined by some Bellingham Bells, so you won't want to miss that. It's been a fun night. Really fast game, too. Start time tonight was 6:34. Official end time is 8:50. So 2 hours and 16 minutes. That is a quick ball game. Bells get it done, 3-1. We'll be joined by a couple of guests in the post-game show. You won't want to miss it. We'll also recap all the numbers for you and tell you how it happened and where you can catch us over the weekend with the Portland Pickles. Take a break, come back with the post-game show after this on the Bells Mixer channel.
Judd and Black Appliance. For over 80 years, Judd and Black continues to be your locally owned and family-operated appliance store, committed to superior customer service and offering only the best appliances. Our customers have spoken. Come see why we've been voted #1 appliance store. Shop comfortably over the phone, in-store, or online now with live chat. Come be a part of your local Judd and Black's history, present, and future. Judd and Black, your hometown appliance store, close to home. Online at juddblack.com.
Our state is a pretty amazing place to live, and the Army National Guard is one of the things making it great. Our service is part-time, so we get to enjoy everything great about working and living here. We're also the ones that get to jump in and help whenever there is an emergency in our state. Our towns and cities rely on us. And that makes serving part-time in the Army National Guard all worth it. Visit NationalGuard.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling.
We are back with the post-game report, and we'll get to the numbers in just a little bit, but I'm joined up in the booth by Ty Saunders. Ty, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you too.
How do you feel after that win?
You know, it's really good. Coming back and getting the first series win, it's always awesome.
And you had a great night yourself, couple of doubles to get the game started, including an RBI double in the fourth, putting the Bells up by 1. Tell us about the opening series, and how does it feel to be back at Joe Martin Field?
It's awesome to be back. I mean, we got a new team, but we got a lot of returning guys, so it was pretty easy kind of transitioning back into it. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it feels really good to see you and all the other returners back in Bells uniforms.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about the new guys? You've been able to meet all of them, and obviously you guys look like you have really gelled really well so far.
Yeah, everybody's been good. We've all connected pretty well, and having that clubhouse to kind of hang out with each other has been really good for that.
Yeah, they modified the clubhouse a little bit, added a few things in there.
Yeah.
Added some rooms in the back, too, so a lot of nice additions to the Bells this year. Plus, we get the Canadian trips. You excited about
definitely.
those?
That's going to be a lot of fun heading up there.
I can't wait. All the way up to Edmonton even.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one, but it'll be fun.
That'll be long, but did you hear we're flying?
Are we?
We're flying.
That'll be awesome.
I don't know if that was supposed to be
awesome.
a secret for the team.
All right.
But we had Stephanie up here for most of the game, too, so we'll be in Nanaimo before that and then go to Edmonton. That'll be a fun trip.
That will be.
But was your family here for opening series?
Yep. And they'll be here for pretty much all the home games, so it'll be good.
That's great, because Anacortes is not far away. How far?
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It was great to see them
Yeah.
at most games last year also, and a pretty nice way to start the year off, too, with 9 home games in a row, right?
Definitely.
I want to get your thoughts also on the new coaches, Cody Anderson, Carlos Arroyo, both working with the pitchers. But how have they been to just have around so far?
Yeah, it's been great to have them in the clubhouse so far. Both of them really good guys, a lot of baseball knowledge. So it's been great to kind of pick their brains a little bit, kind of on the defensive side.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been fun so far.
Well, and then just tell us about those 2 doubles. You started your game off with great night for you.
Yeah. Just seeing the ball well, just keeping the barrel on top of it, you know.
Yeah. Couple of good pieces of hitting.
Yeah.
That rain was weird, huh?
Yeah, kind of came and went. That was weird.
Yeah. Everybody's jerseys kind of turned a darker color, but
definitely.
That's all we saw of that. So, well, it's a fun night here at Joe Martin Field. We were joined by Ty Saunders post-game. Ty, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. We'll come back with the numbers and sign off from the WeQ Diamond at Joe Martin Field after this on the Bells Mixer Channel.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Why do we keep pushing ourselves? Because we know that trying something new, or different, or unexpected can be the first step in progress. It's not always easy to adapt and evolve, but it's necessary. It's who we are. Resilient. At Phillips 66, we know that now, more than ever, is the time to try new things.
Change in an instant. Car accidents impact all aspects of your life and lead to pain and suffering, medical bills, and time missed from work. Robinson & Cole, attorneys in Bellingham, can help. They have represented thousands of clients since 1979. They also handle other types of injury claims, including workers' compensation. Consultations are always free and are available in Spanish. Robinson & Cole. When you need us, we will be here.
Back with the post-game, signing off here, but after the numbers. Bells get it done tonight at home. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. 8 runners left on the bags for the Bells tonight. Drifters, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors, 7 left on base. The win goes to Ryan Bytel. Great start for Ryan Bytel. His first one of the year. It's not going to be his last. He'll be around all summer. And he got it done. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Losing pitcher goes to James Boone. Gets 6 innings out of the gates, which is a great start for any starter. 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for the Drifter starter. And the save goes to Cameron Dayton. Goes the final 2 innings and goes 4 strikeouts on Springfield. So a great way to cap off the night with Dayton getting it done on the mound, getting the save by Tell, getting the win. 2 hours, 16-minute ball game. Really quick. Always feels good when you can get those out of the way and get a win. It'll be the Bells and the Pickles tomorrow night here at Joe Martin Field. 6:35 first pitch will be on the radio side of things tomorrow. Catch us at 989kbay.com or on the Bells live stream. Go to the Bells website for all the info on where you can find the live stream for the weekend series. Then we're home for 3 more after that also next Tuesday through Thursday. So really nice stretch to get acclimated to the season again before going to Canada, facing off against the Kamloops North Paws starting next Friday. Again, you can catch us on 98.9 K-Bay. Oh, and for the Springfield Drifters, they have to travel home tonight on their bus down to the Eugene area. It's going to be a longer night for them. But the good news is this game went by really quickly, so they can get a little bit of a jump start on that trip. Other scores around the West Coast League tonight. There were some other games going on. And the Edmonton Riverhawks and Kamloops North Paws did have a doubleheader today. First game went to the Kamloops North Paws, and the first game of that doubleheader went into extra innings. Just one. North Paws won 4-3. Right now, those two teams battling in game number 2 at Norbrock Stadium up in Kamloops. And down in Portland, the Portland Pickles will more than likely take off tomorrow morning for Bellingham and face off against the Bells. But they are up by 5 runs, 6-1 on the Nanaimo Night Owls in the rubber match of that series. And out on Vancouver Island, Victoria Harbor Cats fall to the Port Angeles Lefties, and both of those teams doing battle in the Battle of the Strait of Juan de Fuca to get the season started. So a big rivalry there between those two West Coast League North rival teams that stare at each other from across the strait. But you could see both cities from either one of them. So fun rivalry out there, and Bells will see both of those teams later on. But that does it for us here at Joe Martin Field. Got a lot of shout-outs to get through. Evan Howard and Jackson Grint on the stats side of things doing a great job. Natalie Bianconi up here in the booth holding down our video stream. And, of course, Haley McGee up here also. Lots of help up in the booth. It's been a great night. Bells get it done 3-1. We'll be live with the pregame tomorrow at 6:30. No, that's incorrect. That's when first pitch is happening. Our pregame will start at 6:05 p.m. on 98.9 K-Bay and on the Bells stream. Again, check out the Bells website for all that info. I'm Ryan Carlson, reminding you of the final score. 3-1, Bells get their first win of the series. And so long from Joe Martin Field.